In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you the curriculum that we are using with our 8th grade son this year. He is our oldest child. If you're new to my channel, I'm Michelle and I have 5 children who I homeschool, and my oldest son is 13 going on 14 and he is in the 8th grade this year. 4 out of 5 of our kids attend a hybrid homeschool, and David is the oldest one. He's in the Logic B class, and so I have a pile of books here that he is basically assigned in the school. They basically kind of tell us everything that we need to buy, and then when he goes there 2 days a week, they will kind of teach lessons and do things like that, do science experiments and nature walks and all kinds of things. And then on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, he will be responsible to complete any of the assigned work and readings that the teachers have given him either on Monday or Wednesday or both. And so I do not have to pick out anything for him. Everything is picked out for me, and then they kind of assign everything as well. So it is definitely more of a hands-off type of homeschool, but that's what I want for my children. I mean, he's approaching high school next year. I mean, he will be in high school next year. And so I think it's really, really great to give him all of this independence, so many things that he just can kind of do on his own. But as a homeschooler, we can make our own schedule as we need to. I can answer any questions that he may have. I can help him work through things that are more difficult. And, we can just kind of like dialogue about things as he's working on them at home. So that's why I really like this kind of balanced model of doing 3 days homeschool and then 2 days at the school. It's a really good fit, I personally think, for a child who is preparing for high school, and college is not too far off in the future. So let's dive into all of the curricula that I have here sitting on my desk to share with you guys. So first up is this book. It is The Story of the Great Republic from the Story of Western Civilization. This is volume 9. It's by Christine Miller, and they're continuing American history at the school. They did it last year, and now they're continuing it as well this year. And so along with that, he has the American Patriots Handbook, which he had used last year. So he's just kind of continuing using this again this year, and this is his history curriculum. The next book is The Art of Poetry. I kind of gave you a peek into this and explained it in my video that I've made for my daughter who is in 7th grade. So make sure you go ahead and check that out if you'd like to get a peek inside this and understand what this is about. But this is for his poetry class. And then just like my daughter, he has 2 books. Whoops, that one fell. He has 2 books for his writing class. And this is book 8, which is comparison. And then book 9, which is description and impersonation. This follows a classical style of writing, that classical model. I really like these, and I think they have really helped his writing a lot. I think he's come a very long way from where he was when he, first started these books. So I really like this for him. I think it works very well for him. And then these big, huge, heavy books are his Principles of Mathematics book. These are pre-algebra. That's what he's going to be doing this year. So we have the teacher guide, which includes all of the worksheets and assignments in here. And this is the textbook. They are both, oh my goodness, do you see how big these are? I have big hands too, so you probably can't tell. These are like really, really heavy, thick math workbooks. He really enjoyed Principles of Mathematics book 1, which is what my daughter's doing this year. So I think he will like this as well. And then he also used this Rainbow textbook last year, and he's going to be continuing it this year using the lab book as well to go with it. He really enjoys science. I think that was probably one of his favorite subjects last year was science based from this book. So I know he's going to enjoy that this year. And I like this. I like the book. I don't know if you could, hold on, let me put that down. I like this book because it has real photographs in it. It's really, really informative. And yeah, it's a really well done science curriculum. So yeah, I think it's going to be great. And last year he took an Art of Argument class. So he has the 2nd book in the series. This is called The Argument Builder, Constructing an Argument Piece by Piece. So the first year was basically kind of understanding the different types of arguments and fallacies and things like that. And this book will actually help him form arguments, which that seems amazing to me to be able to have. I wonder if they're going to do debates and things. I hope they will. I hope they'll do debates because that will be so good, especially for 8th graders. I think that's a really great age to kind of start doing things like that. So I know he will enjoy this because he enjoyed talking with me and my husband about the different things he learned last year in this class. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he learns this year as well. And then he is also doing Latin Alive book 1. And I honestly don't know very much about this curriculum. As I said in my previous video, I have never used the Latin curriculum from Classical Academic Press. So we shall see how it goes this year. Latin, I feel like he likes it sometimes and doesn't like it other times. So we'll see how it goes this year. Hopefully he will enjoy the class. One of the really fun things that he'll be doing in the Latin class this year is actually reading books in Latin. And these are just kind of, I mean, they look like very, very basic like little readers for Latin. I think they're pretty cute. And then it has the words, the definitions at the back for that one. And it says it has 20 words in it. And then familia mala. And this one I think is slightly harder, if you can tell. Anyway, I think this looks really cool. I hope it'll make Latin more fun. It's kind of goofy. They both are kind of goofy. But anyway, he will also be reading these in his Latin class as well this year. He will also be reading this book of great American short stories, and it has lots of classic, writers in here. So he'll be reading this book, and then he also has a set of 5 chapter books here that he'll be reading throughout the year. So we have The Pearl by Steinbeck, O Pioneers by Willa Cather, Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry, The Narrative of the Life of Frederick Douglass, and Call of the Wild, which he actually really loved that book. He has read Call of the Wild, I think 2 or 3 times already, so I know he'll enjoy that when we get to that book in class. But yeah, those are all the books that he'll be reading this year, but he reads all the time. He reads every night, so he'll be doing a lot more reading than just this. Oh, and one of the things I forgot to mention was that, yes, he's doing that pre-algebra math, but we also have access to teaching textbooks at his grade level because they sent it to us for our review. So I will also be sharing that with him as he needs it, kind of as a supplement to what he's learning at school, because we found out, as I've said previously in my other video, that when he did his standardized testing this year, there were holes in his math. He was missing things. We took the CAT test, the California Achievement Test. There were things that he had not learned. And so I'm hoping if we can do the principles of mathematics and the teaching textbooks, kind of together, that he will, all those gaps will be filled in. So we'll see. Oh, and the other thing that we're going to be doing this year, my husband wants to do it, is do like kind of PSAT or SAT test prep with him and my daughter, just to kind of get them more accustomed to taking like a standardized test type of thing. Because as homeschoolers, we don't do them that often. And he's getting to the point where he's old enough that he really needs to know how to do those things. So we're going to add those things kind of into his curricula as well, just as something that we kind of do at home. So that's everything that my 8th grade son will be doing for the 2019-2020 homeschool year. If you'd like to see the videos that my other children did, make sure you check out the playlist, and make sure you also subscribe to my channel as well so you can see lots more videos like these in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.